Hi there, Zipp here. So E8 just dropped Chaotic from the roster. I mean, nobody really expected this, and by nobody I mean us, the viewers. Behind the scenes, pretty much every pro player knew that Chaotic will be dropped at some point from the roster. But yeah, I'll let you hear more about that with Zach.
Yeah, due to his lack of communication, it is what it is. Yeah, that was like the final straw. Yeah, it was mainly just like it wasn't his number one priority. Competitive. He made that very, very apparent with his actions. When he like threw a party during scrims, bro, I got like rimmed by my friends. Like you name it, bro. Everyone from like Zero to Hal, even reps, like some of the nicest people are just like grilling me over it, right? It kind of started with that, and on that day that he like threw the party during scrims and all that happened and all that, we had a conversation, me and him, whether he was like 100% in it or whether he was giving it his all, and he said he was. He said he was, and I took his word for it, and that was it. That was it. There was nothing more to it. We scrimmed, we played, we did good, we were happy. There was nothing else after it. I just like took his word that he was 100% in it. I did. I mean, I believed Chaotic. When he told me he was in, he was in. That was it. There's nothing more to it. It was that simple. And then recently, we didn't get invited to Pro League, so we have to play the PLQ. And as I'm sure you know, if you don't qualify for the PLQ, you're not in Pro League, which would mean, let's say in a hypothetical world where we didn't qualify for Pro League, we would not only lose E8, then imagine what that would do to our careers. Like, you know how hard it would be to find a competitive team, especially one that you believe in that can win, if you couldn't even qualify for Pro League, right? So now that we're getting close to crunch time with that, we're less than 26 days away. We play the tournament in 26 days. So it's time to take things seriously. We wanted to go big mod stacks on one of the maps for PLQ. I set up contest practice on Saturday and Sunday. And then we were going to do a best of 40, so like first to 21 at Stacks versus Most Hated. And they're actually like the only other good fighting team in the PLQ. So we wanted to make sure that we were not like fighting for a POI in the middle of it, right? Chaotic let me know he had an EDM festival he wanted to go to on Saturday. And he did tell me about that. And I did forget about it. So I was like, yeah, bro, you have Saturday, but we need to practice Sunday. And then don't forget about Monday, right? The only thing that was in text was us just saying that we have to group up on Monday. And it was right before his DMs. Like, there's no way he could have not seen it. On Sunday, I couldn't find a team to practice with because nobody really works on the weekends because there's no scrims on the weekends. So I didn't really find a team for us to practice, so I didn't think anything of it. I didn't even, like, bother Chaotic or Shuby. I just didn't even think anything of it. And then Monday came around. Me and Thomas joined the call around, like, 1:30. I think Shub showed up at about 2:30. Our contest was at 4. And, like, we couldn't even reach Chaotic until I called Chaotic like 4 times. He didn't answer and then texted me, I'm awake. I said, yo, we got work. I said, you got to get on my cord. Let's go, dude. Happy you had a bender, but it's time to work. And he said, well, you have to give me a minute because I'm not home. But when I'm home, I'm not leaving my house until Washington. And we're going to film content soon in Washington for E8. So that's what he's referring to. When I got that text, I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you're not home? Like, I did text him back, but he just didn't respond to me. He just kind of like ghosted me. And then when I said that to Shuby and Talmage, when we're sitting in the call, getting ready for this, Shuby was like, oh my God, I just realized Yazto, there's a player in this Apex team named Yazto. Yazto's girlfriend FaceTimed Shuby at like 7 a.m. with Yazto and Chaotic, I guess. And they were in Mexico, partying and having a good time. And I guess when I said that, it like triggered that for Shub. So Shub let me know that that's where Chaotic was. And yeah, I mean, Chaotic really didn't reach out or anything. He didn't really say anything. He just went radio silent. I had to cancel everything with the boys on Most Hated. I felt pretty bad about that. Set everything up over a weekend. You know, you don't want to waste time in the new season. You know, we're 26 days away from playing. So found out that he was in Mexico. When Shuby called him on Snapchat, like we could hear the conversation still in Discord, and like this motherfucker was like literally asking like, is Zach pissed? Shit. And like hearing him say, is Zach pissed, was just like, bro, it just like really overwhelmed me. It was just so frustrating to hear that, because it was like, I mean, he didn't know this obviously, but like I had been like defending him to my friends and stuff and whatnot, and it was just a really interesting situation where it was like, I don't know, I didn't think it was gonna happen. Like, to put it in perspective for you, I found out about all this at like 2:30, right? Like 3 o'clock, and like at like 11 a.m. I have DMs with I can't show you because it's my private information, but I have DMs with our team manager, and we're literally like booking Chaotic's flight and booking my flight and booking Shuby's flight and booking Clara's flights, film content in like 6 days from now. And that was at 11 a.m. So like none of this is premeditated. Definitely didn't see it coming. It was very overwhelming for me. It was a very frustrating and like sad situation for me and Shub and Chaotic himself, obviously too. But I mean, him just deciding that he is going to be in Mexico randomly when we have all these plans and we have to like, you know, kind of buckle down for PLQ. Because if we fuck up PLQ, bro, not only do we lose our org, but we lose our careers, bro. Like there's not really any coming back from not being able to qualify through PLQ. So yeah, that was my yesterday. Not really much you can do about it, right?